Okay, now that we're in our BIM modeler, I'll go through and show you some of the basic techniques here to create some of these wall surfaces so that you can do them on your own. And I'll try to make the clips separate. So we'll start with this first wall here because it's the simplest. So let me zoom in here. You won't have these obviously on your sheet. So I'm going to go right to level 1. I'll zoom out here and I'll zoom to that area where that wall is. I'm going to select it just so I know what it is. It's a retaining wall of 12-inch concrete. So I'm going to go to Architecture, Wall, and select that same one, retaining wall 12-inch concrete. And out in front of it, I'll just make another one. And we'll go to View and click on the doghouse, and we have our wall constructed there. And I think this one went to, we look over here, it was unconnected to 20 feet. So we'll make this unconnected to 20 feet also, so it'll be the same size. All right, so let's start to understand the basic things we can do to affect the geometry of the wall. First thing I'm going to do is select it and go to Edit Profile. And just like when we were drawing roofs and floors, we can now come in and actually start to manipulate these forms. Now sometimes an error will throw up because these aren't constrained. Right now I didn't get an error on it. There the error came up. It's no longer perpendicular to the top surface, but that's okay. We're going to remove that constraint. I'll come to the bottom and do kind of the same thing again. Remove the constraint. And just so you can see how that worked, we'll click out of it. And now it understands that wall as it originally was connected because it still has that unconnected up 20 feet and it's still constrained to level 1. So these are both the kind of techniques that can really change the way your mass of your building looks like by changing these kinds of planar ground plane geometries of your wall surfaces. So let's now look at how we're going to go in and make adjustments to the interior of it. So I've double clicked back into it, and that's left double clicking. And we'll go ahead and make a couple of circles inside of it. And you'll notice it'll automatically draw them on the plane correctly. Then we can try and draw a line and a half moon. And I'll pull this down, and that means that when you see it on the horizontal, that means it's parallel to the ground plane. And let's draw a circle now. At the start, an end, and a radius. So I'll grab the start. Let me zoom in here. The end, and then the radius. I'm not exactly sure why that isn't connected. Let's see if it will connect. And we'll click out of that. And there we have the first part, and that is to actually just cut through wall planes. Next, we'll take a look at taking two wall surfaces and then inserting a glazing system so that we have these non-parallel planes between each other.